Hi. How are ya? Nice to see ya. You know, I've been thinking, and I think we all got off on the wrong foot here, you know? We clashed a bit, we butted heads, and you know, we just started getting really unruly with each other. And that doesn't make me happy. I mean, how can we stay mad at each other, you know? Come on. So I was thinking, how's about we call a truce? I think it'd be a good idea. I mean, after all, there's so much more to rant about and be pissed off about in this world than each other. We can't spend our time yelling at each other, you know? So, how about it? Let's call a truce. Alright? Alright. Let's shake on it. Okay. So, welcome to Amy's rant number 3. What am I going to rant about today? I'll tell you. Overpriced clothes. Specifically, the Lamb line. That's L-A-M-B. For those not familiar, this is a clothing line owned and operated by Gwen Stefani of No Doubt fame. Now, Gwen Stefani is what you might call a fashion plate. She's a rather stylish young woman who always seems to be on the cutting edge of what's new and what's hip among the young people. Well, she recently started her own clothing line, and I had the opportunity to glimpse at said clothing line earlier today when I was perusing the web. I was looking for shoes initially, and then my search for shoes led me to other articles of clothing, which led me to the Nordstrom website, which was where I found the L-A-M-B clothing line. Now, I was looking for sweaters, specifically the long kind that are a bit oversized and chunky, and they kind of belt around, you know, like they're almost like coats, but they're still sweaters. And I was looking through the sweaters on the Nordstrom website, and I came across one from L-A-M-B. Now, this thing is really kind of utilitarian looking. It's green, and it's got these weird militaristic type straps on it. It's really not very practical, and I can't see any reason for purchasing it, you know, unless you're going to a costume party of some kind. Now, but what really boggled my mind was the price of this strangely grotesque sweater coat thing. Can you guess how much it was, folks? I'll tell you. $785. Say it with me, people. $785. Okay? That's dollars. Not pesos, not euros, not pounds, not yen. Dollars. What is this? Okay, I mean, who is gonna pay $785 for a sweater coat thingy? Is it made out of actual lambs? Because that's the only reason I can see it costing that much money. And it doesn't stop there either, people. No, the whole damn line is overpriced. She's got hoodies. Okay, a hoodie going for, what was it, $175, I think it was. $175 for a hoodie. And another one for $145. I mean, what is that? You know, the hoodie was at least somewhat cute. It is a nice hoodie. But there's absolutely no logical reason to pay that much money for it. Okay, especially when it's being marketed to us common schlubs. That's the thing that really cheeses me off, is that it was on the Nordstrom website. And you know, that's a website that regular people like me are going to be looking at. And I certainly can't afford that. Who can? You know. So, Gwen, hear me out. I know that you're, you know, a really fashionable young woman. And you started your line because you wanted to distribute your fashion iconicity to other people. And sure, you probably have celebrity clientele who gobble that stuff up like fat people at a buffet. But you know, and by the way, I didn't mean that as a slight against fat people. That was just the analogy that popped into my head. Please don't hold it against me. I have nothing against fat people. But anyways, we regular people can't pay that kind of money, okay? I could sell my liver on the black market, and, you know, and then maybe I'd have enough, but probably not. You know what I'm saying? Take it down a notch, Gwen. I know you got a baby to feed. I know you and Gavin are making your little nesty home, but you got your record sales to fall back on and, you know, everything else. Why do you have to charge $785 for a freaking sweater coat thing? That's just impractical. You know, it's unreasonable. You can't possibly expect people like me and Joe and Jane Schmo to pay that much. I think not. It's unrealistic. Okay, if I may, I recommend that you folks head on over to your local Salvation Army, because there you'll find some pretty amazing stuff, and it's all for great prices, and not only that, your money goes towards a good cause. So head on over to a Salvation Army. It's just much more practical, and you won't be buying these weird pieces that you'll never wear for far too much money that you shouldn't even be spending on these things, or at least any sane person wouldn't be. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. I mean, but let me just say for the record, I am as guilty as probably many people out there that I splurge from time to time. You know, sometimes you buy things that are a little expensive. But when I say a little expensive, I mean maybe something that's $100, but rarely. But $785, that's breaking the sound barrier of expensive, okay? That's just above and beyond what any normal human can pay. So hold on to your wallets, folks, and then don't let the fancy celebrity allure tempt you into, making yourself go broke. That's my helpful little advice for the week. So, this has been Amy's Rant number 3. I hope that we're all cool now and we're getting along and we're not having any more tiffs or fights or quarrels or anything of that nature. And I'll see you guys for Amy's Rant number 4. Alright, over and out.